What's up YouTube, my name's Will, and in today's video I'm going to be taking you guys through both the technique and the progressions for one of the best tricep builders in the bodyweight game, the Sphinx Pushup. Okay guys, so before we get started, I just wanted to mention that the reason that I'm kind of doing this video is obviously everybody's working out at home at the moment, and a lot of people make the mistake with training arms in general, not just at home but in the gym. They want to get big arms, or they want to, get their arms to fill out their t-shirt. Well, you need to stop just training biceps, because a lot of people make this mistake, and in actual fact, to get big arms, you really need to build your triceps. That is what is going to fill out your t-shirt sleeves and not make you, look skinnier than you are. So with that in mind, this is one of the best exercises for training triceps at home. So I'm going to show you guys the technique, and then we're going to get into the progressions and kind of how not to do it as well. So let's go. So guys, what you're going to want to do is get into a regular push-up position, and then basically walk your hands out so that they're sort of in front of your face or in line with your face. And as you can see here, my body is in a straight line and my core is engaged. That's very important. And then from this position, you're going to lower your elbows down until they're touching the floor, so your arm will be at a right angle and your body is still maintaining that straight line position. And then you're just going to push back up to the top and repeat for reps. Now, the ideal kind of rep range for this would be 8 to 12 in terms of building muscle. Obviously, you're going to need to work up to that, or if you can do more than that, then that's great. I'm going to show you ways to make it easier or more difficult later in the video, but this is just an example here of me doing some reps to show you the overall technique. You want to just make sure that you're concentrating on bringing your elbows down to the ground. Now let's get into kind of the mistakes you can make. So the number one mistake I see people making is treating it like a normal push-up. So you can see here, I'm clearly not focusing on bringing my elbows to the ground. What I'm focusing on is bringing my chest to the ground, and that is the main mistake I see people making. So the first kind of progression I have here to make it easier is fairly obvious. It's the same that you would do for a push-up, is get into the normal position you would normally do, and then simply touch your knees to the floor and bring your feet up. And then the rest of the technique for this is exactly the same as doing it the first way that I showed you, and this is just going to decrease leverage and therefore decreasing the amount of resistance, making it easier to push. I do also have a second way of making it easier, however this way does increase the stress on the core. So you would just walk your hands out even further than normal, and that just basically means that there's less pressure on your triceps, and you're not having such a large range of motion, so it makes it easier. Now this is a progression to make it harder, so the harder you want to make it, the closer you want your hands to be to your waist. And you can see here that I'm still focusing on bringing my elbows to the floor, and that my arm is actually going past that right angle position. That's how you know that it's going to be more difficult. Now this next one here is just basically me having a bit of fun, and this is what you can kind of expect to do once you have this move down. You can incorporate it into some freestyle push-ups and things like that, and it's just kind of a cool move to add in to your freestyle repertoire. So guys, that was my full tutorial on the technique of how to do the Sphinx push-up, and also a way of making it easier. And also for those of you who can maybe already do it, or you're sort of getting to that point where you can do a few reps, different ways to make it more challenging. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like on it. It really helps out the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure you go down there, click the subscribe button, and ding dong the notification bell when it appears, so you get notified every single time I upload. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.